Your mum was such an amazing lady. I didn't realise, and of all the times we've chatted and talked, that she was the first person to speak on ITV.
I know. Wasn't that extraordinary? In fact, I discovered that when I was doing some work for you here at This Morning about the 50th anniversary of ITV. And Mum and Dad just dropped it into the conversation. Oh, you know, Mum was the first one to speak on ITV. They did a live drama, what we now call a soap, a continuing drama.
Yeah.
They played Mr. and Mrs. on it, a young married couple, and Mum was the first person to speak on it.
Well, that's extraordinary, isn't it?
It's well, a series of firsts, because Harry, your dad, was the first ever DIY presenter. Lovely Harry.
And that came out of that series.
So, not a lady to grumble. A lady that got on with life, lived life, an extraordinary woman. Yeah. And so it was in a sort of 10 to 12 months before she died that she first noticed that there wasn't something right.
It wasn't right. Yeah. Something was wrong. And she went back and back and back to the GP. She'd got rheumatoid arthritis. So they use this term, which I know a lot of people will be familiar with, multifactorial. There could be lots of different things wrong with you. That's the human condition. We are all multifactorial. We've all got different things. And it is detective work, isn't it? So with any condition, it's detective work. But with Mum, there were symptoms which, had we known in advance, we could have done something about it. And if I tell you that if there is an early diagnosis and you know those symptoms, the chances of surviving for 5 years or more double, from just 46% to over 90%. That's the difference that early diagnosis can make, because ovarian cancer, and I'm on a mission here, you mentioned the word mission, and I am, you'll sense that from me, and you know why. It's not silent if you know the symptoms, and it doesn't have to be a killer. So can we dispel that myth straight away?
So she first of all, because the doctor missed it, and there's no question about that, and you went back to the doctor afterwards and you weren't angry and said, listen, I insist that you educate yourself and you educate other doctors around you. Right. It was confused with IBS for a long time, and she never actually got a diagnosis for that.
No, she didn't. No, IBS, it is very, very rare that it presents for the first time in anyone over the age of 50. And a lot of doctors are still unaware of that.
Right, I didn't know that.
But that is true. I know. And I mean, again, these are all things that I've learned. For the last 5 years, I've been working with the most fantastic charity, Target Ovarian Cancer. And I wanted to work with them because theirs was the leaflet that I saw in the waiting room of the community nurses who'd been looking after Mum for the last 3.5 weeks of her life.
And this is heartbreaking, this story.
And there were the symptoms listed, and I felt sick. I thought I was going to faint. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Because these were the
very
symptoms
quickly I decided to get involved with them and
so
try.
What did you see on that leaflet that everybody missed?
Persistent bloating, not the sort of bloating that you get just before and during a period. Persistent bloating, more than 12 times a month is the sort of standard to judge that by. Pelvic, abdominal pain, again, persistent. Feeling full all the time. We couldn't get Mummy to eat. You know, she just said, I'm full up, I don't want to eat anything. And she was losing so much weight.
Right.
And she also needed to pee a lot more. And that's the thing, that you need to pee more. So those are the main things.
Was there a change in bowel movements as well?
Very slightly, but it was more the peeing thing.
Yeah.
So tummy pain, abdominal pain, bloated tummy, feeling full, and needing to pee more. And she also felt extremely tired, and I've heard that from other people as well.
And so with this, I mean, like you said, this isn't this is 11 women a day die from ovarian cancer. Yes. So this is huge. This is affecting lots and lots of women.
Yes, around 7,300 women a year are diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
And because those symptoms, I guess, like you said, bloating, you think, well, it could be around a period or things like that. Those symptoms, you could connect to lots of different things. So it could be missed, as with the case of your mum, unless you're aware of them and this triggers this thought in your head.
And let me just say that you could have all these symptoms, Holly, and you go to the GP and it's not ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
But please, 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 for me, for all our mums, sisters, daughters, grandmothers, please go and get it checked out. And if you are not happy, ask for a scan, an ultrasound scan. There are different ways of judging what's going on. A CA-125 is another, a blood test, very straightforward blood test. But please just go to see your GP. And if your GP seems to be, and they'd be very honest with you, unaware of some of these facts and figures, take the leaflets in. Please go online, www.targetovariancancer.org.uk. Get some of these leaflets, put one up in the GP surgery, make sure the GP has done the GP module that's online. It's free, takes half an hour. They will be educated and make them promise to tell 5 of their colleagues. And let's create a beneficial Ponzi scheme of information about this.
We'll put all the details on our website.